Guys, so I'm excited to share with you an anti-haul. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm excited. I know during summer there hasn't been many new releases, but I have some that they have come out with in the past summer or so, or are going to come out with. And then also I know their holiday stuff is going to come out pretty soon in the next 2 months, so I'll be doing another one. But I love anti-hauls because I just think we are over consuming too much, so I think these are helpful to share with you what I don't want and I'm not going to buy. So I have 10 products that I'm not going to buy, and I want to know if you guys don't want to buy anything, please comment those down below. I'd love to know, and let's get started. So the first one I have is Kylie Skincare. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about that because I watched a video of a chemist going through the ingredients and saying like what is helpful and what's not, and I'll link that down below, but I just don't see the benefits of it, and also it's expensive and it's sold out, so you can't even buy it, but it's a little expensive for what it is. I'm definitely going to be passing on that, especially the walnut scrub everyone's talking about, because it has like the walnut chunks in it, and yeah, on the skin it feels fine, but it's actually like micro tearing your skin, which is not good at all. So stay away from that, and for me, I'm just going to stay away from the entire Kylie Skincare line. The next one I have is the Benefit Cosmetics Party Like a Flock Star palette, and I don't know, I think it's fine. I like how they do palettes like this, and it'd be really nice if they did a palette like this, but my biggest problem is how much spacing is between each of the shades and the face products down there. I think that wastes so much product, and for me, if I do something, I want a small palette that I can travel with or just have in my hand that's not too bulky and everything. You guys know I'm really big with bulky packaging and I do not like that, so I would be passing on that. And the shades are fine in there. It's not too exciting. I think the shades should have a few more transition shades, but I would buy that maybe if it was more compacted together. My next one is the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions. I love Huda Beauty. I've tried some of their palettes and I really do like them, but the neon versions of them I'm not going to buy because I do love color, but I think this, for the price, and it's all colors, there's not really that many great transition shades and stuff to build up to that color. I think the price is good because the quality is good, and I think it's worth the price for that many eyeshadows, but for this one and the shades, I'm going to pass on all three of them. But if you're into neon and stuff like that, I would highly recommend that. But just for me, on everyday use, I just know I would not be using it enough to get my money's worth. So I will be passing on those. My next one is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Jawbreaker palette. I'm looking at it right now, and I do, however, love color, like I said, but I just think you can only use the color palette so much. For me personally, I don't use them that much. I use a lot of neutral colors, so I'd rather buy a neutral palette again, or at least get through my other palettes. But this one, I think I have problems with colored palettes because it's really hard to get those transition shades into the new color. That's why I like the James Charles palette, because it had a lot of colors in it that you could mix in to your transition colors to actually make it the pretty color when you put the colored one on and everything. But this is more for like rainbow looks and stuff like that, so I'm just going to pass on this one. I have nothing against Jeffree Star, but I'm just going to pass on that one. I feel like the new thing is neon right now, and I think it's fine if I bought one palette, but I'm just not super into that. Right now, I do have a few colorful palettes, but I think that's all I'm going to keep in my collection. I don't think I'm going to add to that. I've never tried Jeffree Star palettes or his eyeshadow formula, but I would be willing to try one in the future, but right now I would just pass on this one. I do, however, really like that navy delicious color on the bottom. It's called Delicious. I didn't call it Delicious, but that one is really nice, but overall I'm going to be passing on that palette. The next one I have is the BH Cosmetics Stellar palette. This one's fine, but you guys know I hate packagings that make the palette huge and not putting enough like little small shades in it to make it worthwhile, I guess, to have that full palette. And I also am not into baked shadows, so that's another reason I'm not going to buy it, as well as there's a little too white-ish colors in this. I really do like darker shades more, and the lighter shades usually don't show up on my skin that well, or they look super stark white, which I do not like, so I will be passing on that one. But I do like the concept. I don't know, I hate circles a lot in palettes unless it's like a normal palette like this. But this one just there's too much extra space, which I do not like. I don't know why. I have a huge pet peeve with that. So I will be passing on that one as well. My next one is the Anastasia Alyssa Edwards palette. I have nothing against her. I love Anastasia shadows, but I'm just not super into those colors like I've said before earlier in this video. I don't know if you guys have seen a trend, but I am just going to be passing on that one. I do, however, like the Neon Peak packaging, but I'll just be passing on that one. I really do like the Soft Glam and Modern Renaissance from them, so I will keep using those. Anastasia has really great quality palette, so if you do like the color schemes, I would definitely recommend that. But for me, I'm going to pass because of the color scheme. And that's kind of like the whole main of this video is the color schemes, and that's why I'm not going to buy these palettes. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you what I will not be buying, so this is on the list. I feel like I'm flying through these, but it's fine. My next one is a brand I've actually never heard of. I was looking on Trendmoo because that's what I usually look at to get ideas for my anti-hauls or what I want for my wish lists. And I've not heard of Glamlight. I also haven't heard of a lot of brands that they've been posting on there. I feel like a lot of brands are coming up, which is really great. But for me, I will be not buying the Glamlight paint eyeshadow palette. I do, however, like the concept of it because that's super cool. But again, I think just the packaging, there's too much open space for that, and the colors, I'm going to have troubles finding transition colors for like that red, the yellow. I just really want a palette that can get all my needs in one and not have to be switching through palettes all the time because that is very, very unrealistic. Unless you're like a makeup artist and stuff like that, but I'm obviously not. I'm a normal college student, so I will be passing on this one. I do, however, love like the concept of it, and I do like it. I just would not buy it. The next one I have is the Cosmetic Serum Blush Drops. I have a weird thing about liquid products on your face, such as blushes, highlights, and stuff like that. I do, however, kind of like liquid highlights, but not that much. I'd rather do a powder, and I'd rather do a powder blush as well, because then I'd have to do it before all my powder and stuff, and I usually forget because I'm just used to my normal routine. But yeah, I just will pass on that. I just don't think it gives the pigment that I like. And I also don't think it looks great on my skin, so I pass on those. I also think those won't last as long because they're liquid. So I like the powder blushes because they last longer because they're powder and there's no liquid to dry up and everything. So I will just be passing on that. And that is an example of another brand I haven't heard is the Cosmetic, so I definitely have to check into those a little more. But overall, I will be passing on those blushes. If you guys like cream or liquid blushes, I definitely would recommend trying them out because it's a new brand and support them. But yeah, for me, I am going to be passing on them. My next one is the Violet Voss Donut Palette. This kind of goes into the realm of color, but also since there's too many glittery shades in there, I don't really like that. And then the donut kind of just seems a little kiddish for me. I don't know. Personally, that's my opinion. So I will be definitely passing on that. And also looking at the shades, there's really no like transitional shades to get into that purple or to that blue, teal. So I don't know, I have like a big thing about that. Like I want there to be everything I need in one palette, all the transition shades to get into those really colorful shades, because I've definitely tried color shades with just like browns and stuff and it doesn't really look that good. So I definitely give props to the James Charles palette because it has all of that, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I am just going to pass on that. I do, however, want to try Violet Voss shades, but I just haven't been into some of the palettes they've been coming out with, so I'll definitely have to look at the older palettes they have. But since I already have so many eyeshadow palettes, I'm not really in the market to buy new ones. And lastly, I will be passing on the Mutti Creations times Annette eyeshadow palette. I do not know Annette, and I also have not heard of Mutti Creations. It's a newer brand, I'm assuming. But I just don't like that. The packaging, once again, the colors. I also do not like hearts in palettes. I do not know why. The chocolate bonbon ones I can give credit to because they're all hearts basically. But this one, I don't really like the hearts on the bottom. I just feel like it makes it look very, very kiddish. And for my makeup, I want it to look like nice and like, not bougie. I want it to look nice and luxurious, even if it's drugstore, but I don't like the hearts on the bottom. The color scheme doesn't really fit for me. I like the eyeshadow color she did for the look, but it's not like a everyday palette you could wear, and I don't know, I just really do not like those hearts on the bottom. I personally, like I said, think this makes it look very kiddish, and I don't want my makeup to look kiddish. I like it looking nice and pristine, I guess, if that's what you would say. So I hope you guys liked watching this. I know I kind of flew by these, but these are just stuff I anti-hauled and wanted to share with you guys. Please comment down below if any of this stuff's on your wish list. I'd love to know. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.